finishing up a run, and let me show you if I can flip this around here, how amazing the scenery is right now. There's the ocean. What does this have to do with you? So, in this gorgeous setting, I've been thinking of some things, especially what I wanted to come on and share in order to serve you. And I was thinking about the power of three things when it comes to really moving your life forward. And by that, I mean not living the same day over and over and over again. Um, if you're familiar with um, a lot of what I've spoken about in the past, I talk about how our thoughts create our results. And all of us have ways of thinking that are kind of energy savers. They're just kind of repeated um, patterns called mentation, which is just kind of recycling of old thoughts. And I work with athletes, and my mission is to empower athletes to live a full spectrum life, not only be successful in sport, but also in really living into their potential as a human, which is so much larger than just sports. But I also think that sports and life go hand in hand, and there's many, many lessons to be learned from sports. And so I was thinking about the power of three things. And these three things are essential in creating new results in your life. The first is setting a clear goal. Now, most athletes don't have a problem with setting a goal in their sport. And I'm going to just challenge you, how many life goals do you have? Perhaps you have something that you would love to do, kind of like a bucket list item. But what if you set a life goal every single day um, for something that's going to stretch you, something that might challenge you, something that might grow you, and commit to it? So that's the first thing, setting goals. And it might sound simple, but you'd be surprised how many people don't have goals for their lives. Um, you know, so I've heard before, like just work until I retire and then I get to have fun. Well, the majority of your life is going to be spent working. So why not set some goals that can actually bring some joy or some, maybe your work does bring you joy. I don't know. But anyway, setting goals outside of work for yourself, setting goals outside of sport for yourself, and something that would stretch you. So I'll leave that up to you. Think about that for a moment. And the second thing is taking one action step per day. So perhaps you've been noticing an old thought train that you rehearse. Maybe it's a limiting belief. Maybe it's a story that you've been telling yourself about why your life is the way it is or why it won't be any different. And I'm just going to challenge you, if you decide that you want something different and you set a goal for something different, practice thinking in a different way. That could be your action step. It could be, reminding yourself on a daily basis, like every day and every way, I'm getting better and better, or I'm taking, by means of me thinking about my thoughts, I'm taking action, because that is a really powerful step you can take. All of my clients know that, because that's one of the major, major keys to getting and creating a life that you would love. So that's the second thing, taking one small baby action step. Could be something that takes 5 minutes. And the third thing is coaching and mentorship. So I was thinking about this week when I've been here on vacation with a family, and I've set a goal with some of my friends to run another marathon in November. And with COVID, and there was a break from racing for a while. So the goal is to complete the marathon in November. And what I decided that I wanted to do for my goal is to get some support through coaching. So I enrolled in a speed training program with Fleet Feet Racing in Chicago. Go Fleet Feet. Um, and so I'm keeping myself in the structure of support through coaching, because I know they create workouts that are more challenging than I would choose for myself. And then the power of being in a group to push you and motivate you, to push me and motivate me, is kind of immeasurable in terms of me getting better, pushing past my my comfort zone, running speed. So coaching and mentorship is the third thing. And I'm speaking about it in relationship to, the goal of finishing the marathon in November. And I think that'll be marathon number 37 for me. Um, but I'm also talking about coaching and mentorship in life. So, most people spend more time planning a vacation than they do really planning out goals and working the goals for their lives. And if you're going to agree and get in and try this, setting a goal for your life that's larger than perhaps your work or your sport, and taking action on that daily, the power of coaching and mentorship will help you to get there so much faster than trying it on your own. I mean, the pull to the familiar is so strong, not only in, like I was talking about my comfortable running speed, but with life, we have a way of doing things. We have a way of seeing things. We have a routine that we're all in. And that's, you know, partly the way our brains are wired. So the power of coaching and mentorship is just so important. And I, talk a lot about how living in integrity with what I'm practicing and what I'm, teaching. So I keep myself in the structure of support with a coach and with a mentor, Mary Morrissey. I stay close to her. And so I'm just going to invite you to experiment with those three things today and perhaps for the next week and just see where in your life are you longing for something different and how can you perhaps set a goal to start to move you in that direction and take one single step every single day to move you in the direction. And I want to challenge you too. Let's up the ante. Let's get you there faster. Reach out to me. I'm happy to support you through coaching or mentorship. And if it's not me, reach out to somebody because I swear you'll be so, so, so glad you did. It's so easy for another year to go by and you wind up living the same year twice or 90 times, depending, but it's your choice. So anyway, I'll leave you with another quick view of the beach and the ocean. And I hope that you have an amazing week and I'll be back to share more next week. All right, bye-bye.